How's it going, guys? Zoro here for another One Piece live reaction. This time, chapter 1145 of One Piece, with a little bit of a late reaction. Hold on one moment. Why, you may ask, am I, an hour or two later than I usually am? Well, you may have noticed I'm in work clothes. I've literally got home 5 minutes ago. I got home 5 minutes ago. Did not have time to change. I had to cover. There was a big group that came in. They were supposed to come in at 2. Right? They're supposed to leave around 4. That was the intention. They ended up coming at 3. They ended up leaving until around 4:30. So luckily they left a little bit early. But by the time I get home, it was like 5 to 5. I was like, fuck. My stream is gonna be like, where the hell is this guy? So I just put up the setup. This is me. No fucking warm up. Just right into it, baby. That's what we're doing today. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday, man. Like the video. Support the stream. Casuals matter in the chat. What's good, Casuals? Good, Samuel. Good to see you guys both in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, man. Appreciate you stopping in. I know, even if people come in, like I said, I get this all the time. People don't pop into chat for months, come back. I'm always happy to see you guys, It's all good. I know people are busy. People got important shit going on in their lives. People got, a lot of shit. Just a lot of shit. I got a lot of shit. I almost missed my own damn stream today, so just just let you know. We don't gotta talk about Fairy Tail. Why are we talking about Fairy Tail, man? I've given up. Look, man. I was a younger man when I had the hatred in my heart that I had for Fairy Tail. I've moved on with my life. And I'm very happy I did. There's a lot better stuff out there. And once people realize that, they'll be satisfied in their lives. They'll be happy. No, I do need to check that out. You're right, Shadow. I've just been a little kind of preoccupied. I told you last week I was watching the Kingdom movies. So I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I haven't done. Back when the Kingdom anime first dropped, I watched one episode of this shit. I said, this is garbage. Garbage. Trash. Terrible. Terrible. Some of the worst animation I've ever seen in my life. So I washed my hands of the Kingdom anime. That was about 8 years ago. I don't even know how long that season 1 came out when it premiered. I don't even remember. It was a while ago. Maybe 10 years. Maybe longer. Point is, I was not interested. But I've been hearing over the years, little by little birdies in my ear. Hey man, Kingdom stepped up its anime game. Stepped up its game. So I'm like, I'm gonna pick up the anime where the movies left off, season 2. I'm gonna see if it's better. Dog. Yeah. It's better. It's better. So I've been watching Kingdom. I'm on season 3 now. I just finished the Coalition arc. Boy, I tell you what, man. I tell you what. That shit is nice. That shit is fire. Ready for the One Piece anime return. We're getting 2 episodes. We're getting 2 episodes? Really? 2 episodes. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that. I'll take that. Yo, what's up, Don? I'm not mad at that at all, man. That's pretty nice. That's pretty spicy. That's a spicy meatball right there. How's it going, by the way, guys? If you're just joining us, happy Friday. I just got home 5 minutes ago. Like the video, support the stream. Look, man. You know what you signed up for when you come into this channel, man. I'm a nerd, bro. It is what it is. I'm a dweeb sometimes. It be like that. Bruh. When I'm not streaming One Piece, I'm doing D&D streams. What do you think? What do you think? I'm some sort of fucking... What do you think I'm doing, man? You think... what do you think you're getting with this package, huh? With this anime shit behind me. You think you're getting someone who's not a fucking dork? It is what it is, bro. I've accepted that. I moved on in my life. I'm happy with that. I play fucking Destiny 2. I have no life, dude. Come on. What are we doing? Oh, it's Madhouse. Okay. No, I was interested when you showed me last week. I'll be sure to check it out. It'll be on my things to do after the Kingdom marathon here. Excited for the Superman movie? No. No. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Jonathan. Am I excited for the... Not because I hate Superman or I hate DC or I hate Marvel. I'm just superhero movied out. I'm superhero in general out when it comes to any media. I have no interest in even watching things like Invincible, dude. I don't even want to play Marvel Rivals, really. I have a few people that are friends that play it. I'm like, maybe I'll get on it. It looks good. I'm just so like superheroed out from decades of superhero stuff. I'm just like, I need other content in my life, bro. So look, I'm a big Henry Cavill guy. I'm gonna be honest. That's my dude. That's my guy. Fellow Warhammer fan. Henry Cavill's a good man. He, did a good job on The Witcher. Big Henry Cavill supporter. So I've always enjoyed the original movies. I know a lot of people at the time had a problem with him killing Zod in the first movie, but I'm like, because makes sense what he did. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always supported the decisions of those movies, even though they weren't perfect. Once that universe was nixed, I'm just like, it's hard to get invested in another potential universe when they're just going to reset them every now and again. Like, a couple movies fail, let's bring in someone new, let's reset the universe, or this is an Elseworld story. I can't do it anymore, dude. I can't do it. I can't get excited. I don't go to Marvel movies anymore. Last one I saw because of nostalgia was Spider-Man. Was it No Way Home? Whatever it was called. The one with all the cameos. And I loved it because, I grew up with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. But, yeah, I'm just not a superhero enjoyer right now. I need a little bit of break. Take a break. When do we get One Piece Season 2? I am not sure. Maybe next year. That's my guess. I did hear or see that Matt Owens stepped down, which is very concerning. He had said it's because of, mental, getting my head right, mental health reasons why he stepped down. But Matt Owens, knowing that how much of a One Piece fan he was and how much he was riding the ship in that regard, it gave me confidence in the series. And without him there, it plants a seed of doubt in my mind. It does. I know the formula's there. I know the actors are fantastic. But all it takes is greed and a couple of really bad changes to really sour the sentiment of the live action. So hopefully Matt, gets better if it is a mental health thing. If it's another reason and he just used mental health as a way to make it seem nicer, then that's a bad sign. But I'm not a mind reader. I'll take him for his word, But yeah, we're going to be reacting soon to the stream, or to the chapter rather, so pull it up. We're going to get started in just a minute here. Just going to wait for a few more people to swing on in, and then we're going to get started. I've been pirating Marvel movies since Endgame. They ain't getting another cent out of me. Technically, Disney owns Google, and I can't support you at all. But, yeah, it is what it is. You don't like Buggy in the live? Come on, bro. Jeff Ward's goated. What are you talking about? What are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? Buggy was the best part of the live action. All right, was he a little goofy? Sure, but it's Jeff Ward, dude. Come on, Don, or come on, Jonathan. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Let's not do this. Let's not pretend like Buggy wasn't goated. Come on, man. I just love Buggy in general, man. I think he's the perfect Buggy. I really do. I didn't like a few of the actors in the live action, but very rarely I didn't like an actor. Buggy was the least of the issues. All right. Anyway, I've yapped long enough. It is time for the reaction. One Piece 1145. Pull up the chapter and let's get started. Let me just close that. Okay, we got ourselves a color page. Look at this. Oh, that's really sick. Oh my god, Robin. My goodness. Robin, my love. What a color page. We got the boys, we got the girls. They're all watching TV. An old ass TV too. They got some fucking, old TVs. CCTVs out here, bro. What the hell? They're watching these things on microwaves. That's really sick though. That is really sick. And they're watching Luffy in Gear 5th. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Very nice color page. Very nice. Really digging that. Anyway, let's continue with the chapter. 1145. The Blaze in Branch 8's Forest number 2. What a title name. We've got Yamato, Ulti in page 1. Ulti's goated. Love Ulti. She's obviously fawning over her brother. Only child Yamato on the Holy Inari Shrine, Volume 30. Pei is still alive. Pei. I do quite like page 1 and Ulti. I gotta be honest, more Ulti than page 1, but they work as a pair. You can't have one without the other, so I'll take it. Okay, it's fine. Let's continue. We got ourselves a queen wannabe over here, another dinosaur type thing. Or there's fighting in the realm of the dead too. Here comes Nash. What the fuck? What? Wait. Nah. Now. What the hell is this shit? Armide Delay. Oh, we're doing Sanji's talk. I thought Zoro was doing some French shit. I'm like, what? Nah, Sanji, obviously. Armée de l'air. Power shoot. Oh, they're doing a team up. Let's go. When was the last time we got a power shoot from Sanji and Zoro? Was it Oars? Was that the last time we got it? Because that's been done a couple times. I know they did it during Davy Backfight, right? Oars, they did it. Well, is that the last time we got an actual combo with the power shoot and Zoro getting kicked by Sanji into the enemy? That's a staple combo. That is a staple combo. That's the One Piece version of the fastball special, man. It's been around for a while. That's really cool. That's cool stuff. And of course, Zoro slices it in half, no problem. Basic hockey, nothing special needed. This thing looks edible. It's big, even by giant standards. Groggysaurus is super tasty. They've got a thick layer of fat under the skin, so prep takes a while, but simmer it in booze and it's fantastic. We didn't bring any alcohol, though. I just love, like, they're just like, oh, we should heat this up, we should cook, we're, having a good time, and then we transition to the other side, the other part of Elbaf, and it's like, we're all gonna die! There's fires everywhere. When Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy get back to, like, the other parts of Elbaf, it's gonna be like that scene in fucking Community with Donald Glover walking through the door with pizzas, and everything's on fire, and they're trying to put it out, and there's someone with a bullet hole in their leg, and he's just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about. You know that scene. You've seen that GIF. You've seen that GIF before. You've seen it, don't lie. The hunter's cabin is stocked with all the cooking tools we need. Let's grab some herbs on the way back. Never mind that. What is this thing? Is it a devil fruit responsible? It came to life after my old man clashed with Big Mom. Oh, it's a homie! It's a homie! It's a homie! Big Mom. So it's like Zeus, huh? What? You know Zeus? He's a high-ranking homie. He's our navigator's lackey now. What? God's Knights. That's right, they came here. Government officials? Okay, they're finally getting the story. You're saying they did this to you? Huff, huff, you got it. All your rampaging overseas must have made you some enemies. Don't be stupid. I'd already be king of the world if I'd gone far enough to cross paths with guys like that. Government Knights? Hey, we got one. It's huge. Groggy-sauruses are super nutritious. I took it down. Of course. Zoro's gotta fucking be like, I took it down. I took it down. He's gotta be that. Come on, Zoro. You don't gotta brag about that. It was incredible. You looked like a head of broccoli. You play too much, bro. You look like a head of broccoli sailing gloriously through the air. He's a little shithead. I love him. Did you collect the firewood? Yeah, it's right here. Good work out there. Alright, it's ready. So good. That serving wasn't meant for you. All right. Eat up, Loki. It's too hot. Take it easy, Luffy-kun. You'll reopen his wounds. Moron, are you trying to kill me? That's kind of adorable. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. That's pretty adorable. That is pretty adorable. Him feeding Loki like that is cute as fuck. It's kind of adorable. And he was a little bit too much. He did a little bit too much. Burned his mouth. He's like, Moron, you're trying to kill me? Wow, you're better already. Chow down. You won't heal if you don't eat. And he starts to eat. That's kind of adorable. Yo, we believe in Loki in these streets, okay? I don't care what nobody says. Okay? We believe in Loki in these streets. Straight up. It's hard to swallow. How am I meant to eat lying down? Cough, cough. You sure are pushy. Oh no, he's choking. Pass me the soup. Hack. Give me a second. Hot, 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 hot. It's clearly boiling. Stay away from me. Ah! Of course. Now he's got even more burns. Get him the hell away from me. Bro, this man is torturing this dude. Oh my god, bro. He's just torturing this man. Get him the hell away from me, wheeze, wheeze. Luffy-kun. My bad, I didn't mean to. He's trying to tell you, bro, don't come near me, and you still ran up on him. You too? Oh, Gerd is happy. Look at Gerd. She's like, good job. Well done. Well done. Gerd's looking adorable. I'm sorry, Gerd. You've been replaced. I'm sorry. You were best girl for a little while. You had a good run. You know, you have your benefits and your positives. But I'm afraid to tell you, you've been outclassed. You've been replaced. You've been upgraded. You know what I'm saying? And we're just we're just unfortunately you're just not cutting it. You're not cutting it. You're not top girl in Elbaf anymore. You're close. You're up there, but it's just not the case. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gerd. You've been replaced. You've been outdone. What did he do to piss this giants off this much? I bet his promise to Luffy was just a trick. Red hair's whereabouts, huh? I'm afraid I wasn't lying about that. Is that so? You gonna spit it out then? The deal was that you'd free me from these chains first. It's true. That is true. You really want to see red hair that bad, huh? Well, I guess I can understand. That's what happens when you look up to a pirate in your youth. You know the feeling? Yeah, I do. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What do you mean by that? You regret that you were just a kid. Take me with you. I didn't come all this way to take in a brat like you. Don't make me repeat myself. Who is this? Who is this? I didn't come all this way to take in a brat like you. Don't make me repeat myself. Oda. Typical Oda. Typical Oda. With his silhouettes. Typical Oda. Then I challenge you. What? You seriously pulled a blade on a kid? Shut it, Newgate. Oh, fuck. There can only be one person who that is. There can be only one person who can tell Newgate Edward Newgate Whitebeard to shut up. And I had my suspicions in the last panel, but I wasn't sure. But that is very clearly Rox D. Zebek. Very clearly. Damn, so he looked up to Rox. I was born in the wrong era. These Draugrs move like trained warriors. There's plenty of ghosts too. How childish. Round them up. Oh, what? Is that Loki? Leave him to me. Damn. Okay, Scopper. Good thing these things are just how the kids imagined them. So they'd be tougher to beat if they were familiar with the real versions, huh? That's the last thing we need. Yeah. Just as I thought, there's more now. 3 of them. Voices that strange can't be suppressed. I can hear them. If Elbaf is no longer safe, the world is really ending. So, Scopper knows. Scopper knows, man. Good thing that these are just for... Wait, okay, no, I already read that. Firefighting unit. Use the water from the sea clouds. Is that going to work? These flames are massive. Thank goodness you firefighters are here, but you need to hurry. We're using the highest water pressure the valve can handle. You gotta put it out. Y'all can do it. Put it out. I'm begging you. Look, Gunko, the kids are about to be burned alive. Would that be enough to wake them? Yes, they'll wake up from the heat, screaming for their parents in terror. Then the flames will burn them down to the bone. Man, ain't that just touching. Sea Cloud. Is something wrong, firefighters? It's not out yet. We're doing all we can. It ain't working. Kids, no. Current shoulder throw. Hiya! Jinbei cast water gun. It's super effective. That should do it. Did I make it in time? Over here, hop on, right. That's our Jinbei. You gave us the chills. We knew these kids weren't going to get burned. Let's be honest. Come on now. Let's have a serious discussion here. I said this last week. The kids weren't going to die. All right. This is fake tension. This is quite honestly unnecessary. This is the one criticism I have of Elbaf so far. I'm gonna be honest, because this is I'm sorry to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy, but I don't have many criticisms. I love Elbaf so far. I really do. But this is one criticism I have of Elbaf. This is reminding me of those damn kids in Punk Hazard, bro. It's reminding me of those kids in Punk Hazard, bro. You could take them out of the story and lose nothing in the process. We do not need these kids. I mean, the kids are fine as a plot device, and this also gives Jinbei a cool moment for him to be like, hey, I'm doing something, right? And shout out Jinbei, right? He's doing something, which is more than he's been doing. I don't even know what he did on Egghead outside of, like, push Lucci away when he couldn't move. What else did Jinbei do? I don't think he did anything else. Point is, gives Jinbei something to do. Okay, cool. Bro, I don't hate kids. I don't hate kids, okay? I just don't see it. Like, you could have just had the kids walking to their destination and not had this fire thing happen. Completely been... And you know what they could have did instead? Bro? Let's be honest. If they were so worried about the kids walking into the fire, why not just, like, cut the tree underneath them and have them fall and then catch them? I guess you can't catch them, actually, because you would hurt yourself. So I guess it depends if there was anything below them. Maybe they was just to fall to their deaths if they cut the tree out from... I don't know where the branches are located. Point is, if you can, like, manipulate the sea clouds or whatever, you can make, like, a sea cloud bed. You can find something. A net. You got a fucking net on hand. You catch the damn kids, okay? You catch the damn kids. I don't know. Figure it out. But then again, there's issues if the kids start stabbing each other, and you know how, Oda's established all this at least, so that's good. But I just feel like this whole fire thing wasn't really super. I'm just not like, okay. We knew this was going to happen, but I am happy. I'm happy Jinbei gets something. Because he does desperately need some shine. Because he's been suffering a little bit from the Straw Hat Syndrome. Where he's been taking too much of a back seat. We get the reaction shots. Look at Robin. Look at Chopper. Look at Saul. The blaze in Branch 8's Forest number 2 has been extinguished. The children are alright. The kids just missed the flame, but they're still marching. A close call. I always had faith. Good job, firefighters. Good job, firefighters! Good job, Jinbei! What the fuck did the firefighters do? They didn't do shit. What do you mean, good job, firefighters? Give Jinbei his props, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Here's to the Guardians of Melbath. No, it wasn't us. Glad the Tykes are okay, though. Yeah, Robin, just now, wasn't that Jinbei? Oh, they didn't see him. Okay, that makes sense. He must be nearby. That was so cool, Jinbei. So freaking cool. Good one, Jinbei. It was nothing. The guys at my school may hate me, but I still consider them my friends. It'll be okay, Cullen. We'll save them all. Yeah. Oh. Gunko, hello. Oh, but look who's on the ship, though. We know this. I know this how this is gonna end. So, not all the children were in school. This one sure seems lively. Huh? Who's that? Is it a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen, that Gunko is standing face to face with a certain musical individual whom she has a fondness for? So I think that's how that's going to get resolved next chapter. We're going to have Brooke showcase his Soul King charm and charisma and aura, and Gunko's going to fall and be like, oh, it's Soul King, and then that's going to be how it's done. Maybe Gunko will scare everyone for a moment, knock around Usopp and Jinbei and Nami, and then Brooke will show up and she'll be like, oh, Soul King, oh, Soul King Kun, and then she'll pass out, and it'll be something like that. Oda didn't just put her listening to Brooke for no reason. Come on. Come on now. Come on, Oda. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing, Oda. Haven't seen the Ocean Current throw in a second. Yeah, it's the same move that he used to get Luffy in front of the 3 admirals, right? If I'm not mistaken. No more Jinbei slander. Bro, I'm going to be honest. I don't care about the kids. Last chapter, she was listening to Brooke's song New World. If you read the last chapter, she was on her headphones. She was listening to New World. Wasn't she? Am I misremembering that? Was she not? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was. My memory's kind of shit sometimes. I'll be honest. I'll remember the weirdest shit from 10 years ago. That's the most random piece of information that I will never need. But I'll forget shit that I read last week. So I believe last week, she was listening to a fucking Brooke, right? She had like headphones on. And it was fucking New World. Yeah, I sung the song last week. Yeah. Yeah. And panties. If Brooke asks, bro, I mean, Jesus Christ. I think Google doesn't know. Well, I mean, Brooke doesn't ask you to take off your panties. He asks you to see the panties, and she can already. I mean, he can already see the panties. They're out there already. So, like, he doesn't need to ask that question, I suppose. I think Gunko doesn't know how Soul King looks. Wait. You don't think she doesn't know how the Soul King looks? He had a poster and everything. What do you mean? How could you? Well, I mean, it's possible, I suppose. There's no internet in the One Piece world. Maybe she didn't see it, Brooke. But once he starts singing like the fucking starts hitting one of these, she'll be like, oh, Brooke-sama, oh. She'll pass out. She'll join sides. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna come of it. I don't think we'll get a full like if she turns completely sides off of something like that. That's kind of crazy to me. That's kind of crazy to me. I'm gonna be honest, because like literally a couple panels ago, excuse me, she was saying some wild shit. Well, what did she say? She's like, yes, the children will wake up from their heat, screaming for their parents in terror. Then the flames will burn them down to the bone. And she's literally directing them towards the fire. She's evil as shit. I don't care how much she likes Brooke. I don't care how much she tries to make us seem like, oh, I'm actually deep down a good person. I'm not being puddinged again, okay? I'm not accepting that. I didn't accept it with pudding, and I'm not accepting it here with this individual, Gunka, okay? Evil is evil. I don't care if you somehow are redeemed because, oh, I'm a better person now. Because, oh, I look up to you so much. No. Fuck out of here, all right? You are just going to let... I don't really care about these kids, so keep in mind when I say this, like, you are about to let these kids get burned alive. All right? You are about to let these kids walk into a blazing inferno and burn down to the bone, and you are just very apathetic about it. Okay? There is no redemption for you. You don't redeem yourself from that. Okay? You don't do it. Not to mention she's a holy knight, and God forbid the other things she's responsible for. Who knows? She works for the Celestial Dragons. So she don't get no switch up. I'm sorry. It's not how it works. Okay? I don't care if you're a woman. Look, I know Oda likes his female switch ups. His fake outs. How many times has Oda done that so far, guys? Let's count. How many times Oda's done the female... She's evil. Oh, wait, no, she's not evil. Quite a lot. Quite a lot. Let's just, off the top of my head, I'm like I said, I just came off of work. My brain is not 100%. But off the top of my head, right? We've got in Dressrosa that happened, right? With Violet. She's evil. Oh, wait, no, she's not deep down. She's actually really good, and she's troubled and a victim. Okay? Pudding. Oh, she's evil. And she is. She is evil. I don't care what anybody says. She was fully happy to assassinate Sanji and his people at the wedding. Made fun of him for everything under the sun. But, oh, you complimented my eyes, so now I love you and I'm good. Nah, fuck out of here. You're evil, okay? You always will be. You always are. All right. Miss Wednesday. Boom. Robin. An old example. Robin, evil, not evil. Well, Robin I accept because it's Robin. Then is Vivi Miss? No, talking about Vivi Miss Wednesday. I forget. Vivi. Nami doesn't really count because she was never evil, right? She was always good, but she was like we thought maybe she could be evil. Vivi counts. She was a villain, then she was an ally. We're talking about characters that started off as villains, switched to allies. I don't think Nami counts because Nami was never a villain. She's always, an ally, maybe like a tenuous ally, but she was always an ally until she wasn't. It's similar, but it's not the same, right? So we get it with Vivi, we get it with Violet, we get it with Pudding. Am I missing any? I think I'm missing something. Who else was evil and then not evil? Oh, that's okay. I forgot what her Baroque Works name is. I just didn't give a shit. Because... I know I'm forgetting it. I'm forgetting something. Oh, man. I know I'm forgetting. Perona? I love Perona. Don't get me wrong. Perona's one of my favorite characters. But she was evil until she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying there's a lot of switch-ups. Oda does this a lot, man. This is a well he's been to many times. Rebecca? Was she evil in the beginning? I mean, she did try to attack Luffy, but I don't think she was ever evil, necessarily. I don't think that counts. I'll give Oda a break for that one. Rebecca just kind of sucks. Oh, he did it with Katakuri's sister, Brule, was it? Brule? Is that the sister's name? Am I the one with the messed up face? Or the mirror lady? Mirror. Hold on. I think her name is Brule. He did it with Brule. I knew I was forgetting something. Where it's like, obviously she's evil. She's incredibly evil. And then at the end of the arc, she's quite sweet to her brother. And she's actually not so bad. Like, how many times? I'm telling you, how many times are we going to do this, bro? So I don't want to see what go. I'm glad he didn't do a Big Mom. Big Mom's evil, has always been evil, always will be evil. There's no misunderstanding her. Right? But Oda's gone to this quite a bit, especially post-time skip, has gone to this quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised necessarily if we see that. But for me, she can't be redeemed because I don't care how adorable she is or how much. I mean, technically, actually, Oda, I missed one. Ulti. This chapter, in fact. We're getting it with Ulti. 100% we're getting it with Ulti. Ulti, bad. Likes, under Kaido, pretty evil. And then, but she loves Pei, and she got saved by Yamato. Now they're all gonna be friends. Bruh. She's still evil. I don't care. I love Ulti. I said this earlier in the chapter, but let's be honest. So, I almost forgot about it, dude. Oh my god. So yeah, it happens a lot. Point is, I wouldn't put it past Gunko being Oda tries to redeem her, but in my eyes, I just can't. Like you were gonna let those kids fucking burn alive. I can't condone that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. I am curious, guys, because I have not forgotten. Kuma's still on this island, bro. We still have a big monster that can wake up at any moment and cause some havoc. He might be out of commission all arc, because he's obviously very injured and not 100% and all that stuff. But Bonnie and Kuma are pretty heavyweight characters, and they're just kind of sidelined right now. We saw them last chapter with Bonnie, at least, but I don't know. Oda, I don't think she does technically treat page 1 like shit, although she doesn't see it in it. It's the trope of the older, overprotective sister dialed up to 11. That's the joke, right? It's played off as a joke. And yeah, you can consider it abusive. I don't know if page 1 would consider it anything more than annoying. But they obviously care about each other. Like, I think page 1 does care about Ulti and vice versa. We got their backstory a little while ago, right, in the SBS. I forget the specifics, but there's a little bit of a tragedy there of their parents being pirates. They're children of the warlord that Ace killed. Yeah, that's what it was. So page 1 and Ulti are children of the warlord guy, I forget his name, Yang Shi or something, that Ace killed in the Ace novel. And they were basically like given to Kaido because that warlord guy used to work under Kaido, so he gave it to him like a gift. Like, here are kids. Like, I'm loyal to you. I'm getting you all the devil fruits. So that's what he used to do. He used to get all the zone type devil fruits and give them to Kaido because he worked under Kaido. And then Ace took him out. So, yeah, I forgot that was something that Oda just said in SBS randomly. See, I remember the randomest shit, and I forget the randomest shit. But yeah, I think his name is Yang. Hanafuda was his name. That's it. Hanafuda, that sounds right. What's going on, Unknown? Thank you very much. Senor Zoro fanboy. The mustache is definitely giving off Senor vibes. I get it, yeah. But yeah. So my point is, Oda's clearly been nicifying those two for a while, and they were the youngest and least abusive, I suppose, of the of Kaido's people. Of the I forget the fucking name. The Tobiropo. They were probably the nicest of the Tobiropo, and I say that nicest of the Tobiropo because even what Ulti did to Nami, she gave her a chance. She was like, look, if you say Kaido's the greatest. He's gonna be the king of the pirates. I'll let you go. If you don't say that, I'm gonna headbutt you. She gave her a choice. Nami could have been like, okay, okay, okay. Yeah. He's not the king of the pirates. Luffy's not the king of the pirates, and then she would have let him go, right? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I love the chemistry that Luffy and Loki are building. Yes, I do too. I do too. I'm telling you, man. See, I fucking called it. Oda is clearly making Loki sympathetic. He's giving him an attachment to Luffy. Like we have that connection, even though it's a connection on the other side of the coin. Like Rocks is probably the polar opposite of what Shanks is in terms of what they stand for, what they believe in. But each of them looked up to their respective pirates, and there's a parallel there, which is why I think that Loki probably has that devil fruit, the evil Nika devil fruit, whatever that would be called, right? Because you can see that they're similar yet much different, similar to like a Blackbeard to Luffy, right? These are what are those characters called? The foil characters, something like that. So yeah. Shout out Hanafuda, man. He had a cool ass design though, for real. But Ace is just built different, man. Ace is just built different, bro. Loki next crewmate? Nah. You're not getting anyone that strong on the crew. I'm sorry to tell you. It's probably not happening. I'll be honest. I think it was much more likely that Loki somehow joins Blackbeard than it joins Luffy. Can you imagine Loki with Blackbeard, bro? Dog. Do I think the 11:15 on the clock has any significance? What clock? Oh, 11:15 p.m. Is that when the because it seems like they're watching the anime. Is that when the anime comes out in Japan? That might be when the anime the episode releases. 11:15, which is a weird time though. 11:15, maybe it's 11 o'clock that it appears. I don't know. That seems pretty late though, so maybe not. Who knows? Who's to say? I certainly don't know. Loki gonna be an underling? I'm not so sure. Loki is just him, bro. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. When will Lola be mentioned? Loki was obsessed with her based on... I mean, that was a while ago, but that is interesting and a good point. Yeah. I mean, it's clearly got to be mentioned at some point, because we both know about Lola, and he knows about Lola. It could be a thing. Could be a thing. Good comment, though. I'm not sure when that's going to be... if it's going to be brought up. Maybe signifying One Piece is in its final hour. Ooh. Yeah, that's cap. I'm going to be honest. I call bullshit on that. Look, Oda's been saying, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. I'm not going to... Look, if we're going to spend multiple chapters on kids may or may not burning alive, do you think this man is in any rush to finish his series? Realistically, if we're spending... How many chapters have we spent on these fucking kids in the fire? It's got to be at least 3, right? At least 3 chapters, right? And if you count a break in between, that's a month time. We spent a month of real time about kids that we knew weren't going to burn on fire, building up that tension of whether or not they will burn on fire. For about a month. Do you think we're going to be in the final year or 2 of One Piece if we're spending 1 month on these fucking kids? No, we're not close. If I'd be surprised if Elbaf was a lot shorter than Wano was. Maybe it will be. But it could be another Egghead situation where it's a decently long arc, but nothing crazy. But I still see it as longer than Egghead, probably a little bit shorter than Wano was. And if we have more and more arcs that are Wano length, how many years in the manga was Wano, guys? First, I don't know how to check that, and I'm too lazy to. But I'm sure someone in the chat can figure it out. How many years was Wano? It's got to have been like 4 years, right? Wano? It feels like it was. Maybe 3 years? You don't have to establish that they're evil, man. That's the thing, is like, we know they're evil. They work for the world government. They work under the celestial dragons. All you needed to do was 4 years. 4 years for Wano. Thank you, D. Like, all you needed to show was Shamrock being fucked up and evil towards Loki, and then know that these guys are work with him, and then by association you know that they're evil. You didn't need to do this whole random like scenario with these kids burning to show that they were evil. We figured it out. But like I said, my point is not that, you know, this whole situation was completely pointless, right? There were circumstances which needed to be showcased. The abilities of each of the devil fruits of each of these guys was showcased during this time, as well as some other stuff was happening alongside it. So I'm being facetious a little bit. My point is, if Wano took 4 years, do we think that the final arcs in the series are going to be shorter than that? When we have all these important like things to tighten up? We have the Blackbeard being resolved. We have Akainu and the world government being resolved. We have the Holy Knights and the Gorosei being resolved. We have the Ancient Weapons, the One Piece, all of that being resolved. Imu-sama being resolved. We're going to do all of that. Say that's got to be at least 2-3 arcs with all that shit. And not to mention all the other things like Zoro becoming the world's greatest swordsman, fighting Mihawk, what's going on across Guild in general. That arc has got to happen at some point too. You know, what's going on with Shanks? Is Blackbeard going to kill Shanks, or is Luffy going to fight against Shanks? What's going to happen? Blackbeard's probably going to kill him, if I guess. But, you know, you don't know. We don't know. We don't know. That's not all going to be resolved in one arc. And if it is, it's going to be twice as long as what fucking Wano was. So we're going to have at least another decade. I'm just saying. I legitimately, if I had to put a number on it, which I don't like, I don't know if I would do that, but if I were gun to my head, how many more years of One Piece do we have left? I'd say 8 more years. If Oda is relatively quick, relatively precise with the arcs and covering just what he needs to and not fluffing it too much, 8 years. If we get more of these fucking kids type thing and new arcs that we're not expecting along the way, and we get little, you know, detours here and there, we could go on for another 12 years. So I think anywhere between 8 to 12 years is my prediction. It is, look, is April 4th, 2025. My prediction is One Piece will end sometime around 2030. 2 or 3. 2033 to 2037. So enjoy the ride, guys, because we ain't done anytime soon. This arc on its own is going to be another 2 years, in my opinion. With the amount of breaks we get with Oda, I think another year or two at least. So that's my guess. I'm kind of ranting a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. Wano was a culmination of every arc of Unbound Hazard. That was it. And you don't think that the final war is going to be a culmination of everything Oda's been building up to? That's even bigger culmination. Blackbeard has to get resolved. Do you think Blackbeard and his arc is going to be more important than Kaido? Kaido is a nobody in the grand scheme of things compared to Blackbeard. Okay? Compared to, like, fucking world's greatest swordsman Zoro versus Mihawk. That arc, whatever that form it takes. Luffy finding the One Piece, learning what the One Piece is. Post One Piece where we're using the ancient weapons or figuring out Emu. Emu. And God forbid if Emu isn't the final villain. God forbid if there's some fucking like puppet master behind Emu, like that we have to deal with after him, or her, or whoever, right? I mean, come on, guys. Let's be realistic here. Oda's got so much shit he needs to do still. So much stuff. It's ridiculous how much stuff is still left. It's going to be incredible. And it's going to be long. It's going to be long, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. And I hope it's long. I don't want it to be rushed. I want it to be long. But let's not, like, Oda's just stop capping. He's got to stop capping. Be like, oh, it's going to be 2 years. Fuck out of here, 2 years. Get the hell out of here, bro. If there's a Kaguya situation in One Piece, I'll be very frustrated. Yeah. So my guess, my prediction, another 8 to 12 years. I've not read the last 15 chapters, and what are you waiting for? You got some greatness here, brother. Or sister. I don't know. Read those chapters. That's assigned reading right now. Get on it. You're missing greatness right now. No, we all are, Don. We all are. It's such a shame. Like I know that Final War arc had some really incredible moments in Naruto, but it's a real shame. As someone that was reviewing it week to week when the manga was coming out, so I'm an old elder statesman. I can speak on this. You know, maybe if you've watched it recently and like, oh, it wasn't so bad. You know, I read it recently. You know, the pacing was really bad in that Final War arc. There was a handful of good moments, a lot of really disappointing moments. The whole situation with fucking Kaguya was just nightmarish. Obito sucks. I'm sorry, Obito just sucks in general. Everything about Obito is terrible. But I will say the Naruto and Sasuke fight at the end almost made it worth it. Almost. That shit was fire. There was the speech that Gaara made that was actually... There's some good moments, but man, that Final War arc really soured a lot of Naruto for me. And that's the thing about One Piece is, like, you can have all of this fantastic shit, right? You know, One Piece is as monumental as it is, right? You have to stick the landing, bro. You have to stick the landing. If One Piece flops on the end, which God forbid it doesn't, please, knock on wood, it could really sour the entire experience of the story. I mean, I understand it's all about the journey, not the destination. I get that. But I feel like with One Piece, more than a lot of other series, because of how long it is, and because how built up and, like, anticipated this ending is, you cannot fuck up this ending, right? It could be average, it could be okay, it could be pretty good. That's fine. It cannot shit the bed. If it does, it could sour shit. It could really sour shit. So I am excited and terrified at the same time to see how Oda puts everything together and comes with a very satisfying conclusion. Imagine 30 years for nothing. Oh my God. Can you imagine? I mean, please. I don't even want to put it out into the atmosphere. I would be shocked too. I expect a good ending. But then again, I try to have low expectations so I'm not disappointed in most things. That being said, One Piece is a special case because I know Oda can pull off something special. And he apparently has known the ending for a long time. So if he's known the ending and has been building up to it, there's no reason why it shouldn't be good. But it really needs to stick the landing. Because Naruto, like I said, the ending of that really hurt my overall love of that series because of how mediocre it was. And I feel like One Piece is even more like very important to stick the landing type series. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I think on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap up the stream. Like I said, I just got off of work right like 5 minutes before I went live. So I got home, right 5 minutes before I got live because I was at work, as you can see. So I'm very cooked at the moment. If the ending of One Piece is fantastic, it will be like something that will be remembered generations and generations and generations into the future. I don't want to be over dramatic, but this will be like, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be as dramatic as to say, like, oh, it'll be the fucking Iliad of our day, right? Or the Odyssey of our day. It might be that. It could legitimately be that, especially if the live action continues to kick ass, the anime remake kicks ass. This could be something that is unprecedented. Um, it's gotten more and more popular, man. And it's only going to get bigger and better. So the ending needs to hit, bro. Needs to hit. And I believe in Oda to do it. I'm going to be heading out. Like the video if you enjoyed the stream. We don't talk about burrito in this chat here. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. And yeah, man. I appreciate you guys all stopping by the stream for the late Friday stream. I'll catch you next time. Have a safe and